Guys, I need you to cancel this man on Twitch. He's gatekeeping music.
I haven't even started.
I'm already on it.
Please.
Really?
You went too early, Sam. You went too early. Okay, well, now he's streaming.
He's gatekeeping music. Please.
That is
Guys,
fine.
if you have an Amazon Prime account, don't.
If you have an Amazon Prime, don't
Okay,
forget
so
it.
you know what?
Use it.
So you know what? So anyway, you guys are bad at this. So let me take over, alright? So, hey chat. Hey members of chat. Hey, so if you have Amazon Prime linked to your Twitch account, alright? If you have Amazon Prime linked to your Twitch account, you get a free Twitch Prime subscription that you can redeem at twitch.tv/AQPdust for no cost at all. It supports the channel. It
Subscribe with
supports all of us.
Twitch
And
Prime.
it's great stuff. You should do that.
Twitch TV NQP Dust. Subscribe.
I didn't need to hear you
I'm
breathing.
getting so...
Yeah, I really didn't.
I did not
Yeah.
need to hear you breathing.
I didn't need to hear that shit too.
Oh
I'm so
god.
overstimulated.
I'm so sorry, Steve.
Can one
That's
of you very
funny.
quickly look at the stream and tell me if my talking audio is too quiet?
Yeah, give me some.
Oh, fuck. Where's Twitch?
It's not too quiet, but it is quiet.
Interesting. How does one fix this conundrum?
It's pretty quiet for me, yeah.
Hey, Shasta, if you fail the Wordle, then Mom actually legitimately dies.
Are you playing Wordle?
Yeah. You closed it. But the evidence is inside chat. It's right there.
No,
It's
Yeah,
right
it's just-
there.
Such a snitch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways, I'd like to call Shasta out. They were 3 down and they only got 1 green. Embarrassing?
So
It's hard.
I literally
No, it
can't
isn't.
turn my mic. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna melt. One moment.
Just talk like
Twitch
really loud.
Prime. Don't forget to share the stream with your friends.
There we
And
go.
tag me if you share the stream. Invite me to the server and tag me. And follow me and follow Dust on Twitter and QPDust at twitter.com.
There we go.
Follow Dust on Facebook page
I
Dust.
don't like that you know I
Dust.
have a Facebook now.
You got
Instagram, NQP Dust Instagram, and NQP Dust on YouTube. And
Shasta,
also Vimeo. Follow Dust on Vimeo.
I don't have Vimeo.
What the
Just
fuck
say-
is Vimeo?
You don't know
Okay.
guys?
No. Shasta, you have a long way to go before you can fluently speak the language of the sellout, but we'll get there.
And use code NQP Dust at checkout for
Don't
NQP
do that.
amount off.
Don't do that.
No.
There is no
There's
promotional
no
code.
sponsors.
checkout code. About 0.1% off
There,
your order.
there is absolutely no promotion. If anything, I think it would actually add to the cost.
Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Incorrect.
Don't give them free advertisement. We want them to pay us.
Guys, please!
Please.
We're being paid in exposure.
We aren't.
Shut up. I'm not being paid.
We're not
Dumb
being paid
bitch.
You're not being paid.
We're not being paid at all.
Yeah, like what the
How I
fuck?
take exposure?
What?
Doing alright over there?
No.
She's literally dying, dude.
I believe that you're just so nonchalant about that.
Well, I simply decided that I would turn off my fan, so I will be dying.
Oh, buddy.
No.
Have you got water?
If there are points where I go into a large swath of silence, it is because I have muted all of my microphones and have turned my fan on.
Okay, and understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I would love some water. Problem with water, it will get warm.
Oh.
It is
is
so
that
hot it will
warm?
get warm. I made a sandwich a couple days ago, and in the time it took for me to take the sandwich from the kitchen to my room, it got stale. That's not
Oh.
okay.
That is not okay.
And bitches be like, West Coast, Best Coast. Yeah, alright. I don't believe it.
Oh, I never kill
The West Coast is fine. The equator sucks.
Oh, my gas prices are $4. I gotta pay
Hey,
I'll kill you with
Hey,
that
Whatever
bare
is
hands.
where.
Hey, you're in the
I'm
Midwest. You don't
Northwest
get to chat. You don't get to chat. You're in the Midwest.
It's gorgeous.
You in the Midwest.
Where tornadoes? Where tornadoes?
I
Imagine
pay
having a national
$2.30
Hey,
for my gas.
Hey, you know what, Jester? Jester, if I had a better microphone, I'd be putting the fucking tornado siren on my phone and holding that shit up to that mic. Oh god, I'd be triggering your ass every day. Your fight or flight goes off, alright?
Why do I need to
Guys.
make a Thunderdome? What is this? What's
Question of the day:
Can you
what's the best tomato?
Tomato?
No.
Tornado.
Huh?
That you can make.
What's the
What's-
best tornado? What's the best tornado?
Yeah, Penny, you tell him.
It's
Tomato?
hot. My brain's fried. Stop.
You not only forgot
Chat,
a letter,
chat.
but you got another one wrong.
Chat. Clown Ellie right now. No, don't do that.
There's only one person there, and I'm 100 billion% certain it's me.
What a sigma.
What am I?
Are you there?
It's
Oh,
literally me. It's
I am
literally me. I'm
literally watching
literally
this right
watching
now.
it.
I just
Guys.
got a glimpse of that. What the fuck was Craggle doing? It's like a mushroom guy.
Oh, that's Bubbles. Bubbles' profile picture.
The scary
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
No,
Whenever-
it was blue.
Whenever
Blue?
what's it called? Maybe it was someone else then. But whenever the thing that I'm using can't find a picture while it's loading, it'll just grab the profile picture of whoever's there.
True.
Ah. That's fair. No, I peeped the stream like really quick, and for a split solid second, it was like a turquoise blue color.
Yeah.
Whack.
Yeah. Did you know, by the way, at twitch.tv/NQPDust, 35% off gift subs for a week.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Give
for
some
real?
to everyone
Look at that.
ever that you've ever known.
Look at that.
No way.
You can give it to all 11 people that watch.
Yeah. it's-
Wow.
Hey,
That's
that's like 11 people who are watching us like do shit, you know?
Oh,
I'm actually relatively certain, by the way, looking at my Twitch, that actually I'm the only one that can buy the 35% off.
No, I didn't know. I get it.
Do it.
No, I get
Okay,
that.
good.
I get
Not for me.
that.
Alrighty. Today we'll be playing Saints Row. I'm joking.
No, I get it.
Let's...
Okay.
Somebody
Oh.
give me a recap of last session. I'll kill you.
Please don't. I did the recap last session, so someone else can do it.
I can do it.
Yeah, do it.
No promises because brain.
Why do I have
If you forget anything, we're killing you.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
no
that's true.
pressure, and just make sure, just make sure it's a cool death. All right. So,
For every fact you miss or get wrong, Craggletooth takes a d8 of damage.
hang on, let me just oh, I'm fine.
Yeah, for every fact
I got,
you
like,
miss.
8 facts.
For every fact you
Oh
miss.
dear God.
130 bludgeoning damage.
What happened?
No, not the Jake. Okay.
I can't get into the session.
Why? Do you need
Oh,
a password
no.
again?
I guess.
It's in plotting. You can just see that.
It's pinned. Pinned in plotting.
It's not my fault that you're stupid, Chester.
I
My
can't
God.
believe this. Wow, I'm just getting
No.
angry. It's getting heated, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe
I was gonna
this.
make a joke.
So-
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I can't find it.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I'm serious! Just tell me!
I can't. We're on
It's
stream.
pinned! It is pinned in the plotting tool!
Hold on.
Sam, deep breaths. Deep breath, Sam.
Okay, I got it.
everybody ping shots though.
Oh yeah.
Let
yeah,
them know
yeah,
where
Yeah,
yeah.
they need to- they need to see this.
Ping, they need to see it. Ping yourself.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
So we just need one more.
Oh,
Come on,
okay.
Steve, for the people in the
Ping 'em.
back.
Ping him. Yes!
Thanks.
Okay, anyway,
Yeah, there we go.
recap. Am I right,
Okay.
guys? Recap.
recapping. If I remember correctly, last session opened up with us waking up the next day, about to head out with Tanjara to look for the mirror. However, before we did that, you see, did we do shopping episode last year?
Yes.
That's one.
We did shopping episode last week.
It was not last week. It was the week before.
Oh well, then. Damn it, I've forgotten. So I'm gonna pass the ball to someone else who has
All
not
right.
forgotten.
You can't be
Anyone?
serious.
No.
This
I'm not.
isn't real.
Of course I'm not.
This cannot be real.
That's okay. I would have survived it though, guys. I would have survived it.
That's actually insane that you would have survived
Oh,
that.
Okay.
where did you leave
I
off?
have 58
Okay,
HP.
so in the last session, right, what we did for an entire, fucking 2 hours, right, was we just roleplayed in the caravan with Tanjara coming along with us, okay? We had fucking biscuits having zoomies, right, actually hit me for critical damage 1, kinda crazy, right? Not only did we have that, but we also had make the most fuck-ass chili humanly possible.
It was really
Because
good.
that shit was too spicy, on God. With cornbread and all other sorts of fixins. We also had a bit of a sus imposter moment when Tanjara was leaving the caravan to go somewhere, which is kind of sus, a little bit sus. Kind of like the imposter from the hit game Among Us. And then towards the end of the session, before we ended like 30 minutes earlier than we usually do, we had approached, I believe it was Orn, and found out that it was a fun military township. And the people in Orn fucking despise Tanjara, so we're off to a great start with them. And yeah.
Yeah.
We managed to convince them not to fucking fight us, I think, as well.
Indeed. And so we pick up right there. All of you are being ushered inside the township. There is a large sort of pointed wooden wall that extends very, very far, possibly all the way to the mountainside. You'd have to follow it, but that's impossible. That'd take a whole day. You see various people in various bits of equipment, some wearing little armor, but you can see stringing bows and with quivers on their sides, some clad in chainmail or plate, most of them wearing this sort of symbol of a circle with a line, an oval with a line going on the bottom. It's a very simple symbol, but you still haven't quite figured out what it means yet. As they're sort of guiding you along, people are looking at you. Some people will see you 5 and look a little curious, and then their eyes will go to Tanjara, and then they will immediately either become uninterested or upset in their look. And there was a tent in the middle of the town. They are ushering you towards opening it up, allowing you to go inside. In the distance, however, before you go in, if you do go in, you can see the temple. Atop some hills and through a bit of forest, a massive temple lies in the distance. And when you walk inside the tent, I don't have a map for this because I don't expect there to be any kind of fight here.
We're gonna kill him.
But in this tent, you see a large table, various bits of supplies around the room. There does appear to be a sort of curtained off section where you can see through. There's like a bed, so you imagine this is where the person in front of you sleeps. And speaking of the person in front of you, it is a man with who is currently unarmored because he is not dressed, with various, there's like a stand behind him holding all of his armor. It's very glimmering. It's very polished and shiny. There is a simple looking sword with a few intricate carvings on the hilt. And more importantly, there is a giant shield next to the sword that holds a massive mirror inside of it. And as you walk in, the general will look up from what he's doing. He's a somewhat taller man, a little bit of hair on the top, kind of like Greg Steven Universe style, if you know what I mean. He's got hair coming down on the sides, but he's balding. And he'll see you all, look curious. His eyes will go to Tenjara. He'll look tired. And he will motion to some seats strewn about the room for you to grab and sit wherever you would like. And the two guards that brought you here will post up right outside, the woman giving you all a dirty look and the man giving a very tired, like, thank God we can actually talk about this. And then you will be alone with the general, who will take a deep breath and sigh and say, all right, we all know why you're here. Why?
Kovac is going to bring his head to look right at Tenjara.
Tenjara will open her mouth to speak, and she will immediately get cut off as the general holds up a hand to silence her and says, I've heard it from you plenty of times. I'd like to hear it from them.
Okay, well, and I think, let's just sort of just give Tenjara one last look of, hey.
She's
please,
angry.
I'm trying to build a little bit of goodwill here, but he's just gonna look over to the general. Kovac is not sitting. I think he's probably gonna stand towards the back a little.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit awkward to have to explain it, but she is known to the five of us, and he gestures to the rest of the party. And we were not originally sort of here for that purpose. What I actually wanted to do, me personally, is I wanted to do a bit of sightseeing, and I'm aware, of course, that there are many different sorts of many sorts of different local regulations about these sorts of places, and I can completely understand that. There's like what's that one place that we went to? The one that got us in trouble that one time. What was it?
No.
No, it was a temple. What was it? What was the name of it again?
Oh, it's like the I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, but
Oh, that's right. You went there.
I mean, I kind of was.
Tenjara will pinch the bridge of her nose and say, "The Forgotten Temples. It's the Forgotten Temples."
Right, that's the
Oh
one.
right, I forgot.
Yeah, we forgot. Not bad.
I'm gonna lose it, but he's gonna say yes, no. So what we actually want to do was just sightsee, and I think that is actually. And he's gonna sort of just head over to the desk and then kind of just lean over it and whisper a little bit. She's not very good at communicating what she actually wants to do. She can come off a little abrasive. I'm sorry.
Make a persuasion.
We could do some translating for you. Hey, Jar, what would you say to them?
No.
She kind of look. Oh, that's very good. She kind of looks at you, Mop, and says, "I'm not a child. I don't need a translator to express my anger for me."
Okay.
But we're not going to have too much anger. Hopefully, we're going to try to figure something out here. He's gonna sort of just try and pull away from this before it becomes too much of a focus.
Mm-hmm. He'll kind of glance towards Tenjara and then glance back at you, He's listening very intently, and he'll say, I understand, but sightseeing, so are you just... Okay. I understand. You are here, trying to give what she wants, but sightseeing? Is that why you said you're here?
That's why I'm here, personally. I'm trying to figure out a little something. It's a little odd. I don't know if any local would have any sort of an idea because I've not really been able to get much out of it. But there's a little bit of a... I feel like there's a little bit of a connection between this one deity that I follow, and I believe maybe some sort of a connection to Marikova. I don't know. That's hopefully paying that would shed a bit of light on the situation for me. I'm not very good at, understanding things. And he kind of knocks on his head.
Craggletooth is nodding in the background.
I think this is this is like a borderline deception. I don't think I'm gonna have you roll yet, but like you're being a very good liar. You're sprinkling little truths in there and
Okay, I will say if you do want me to roll deception, that does. But I am being at least partially genuine about wanting to try to figure out why, looking at the amulet of the Marikovan like devout, and then thinking that it's familiar for some reason. I do really want to see if I can get to the bottom of that, and that's kind of what I was hoping to translate through Govok.
He'll look at the amulet and kind of stroke his chin slightly. Divine purpose? Well, that's better than most, depending on who your god is, he says, casting a quick glance to Tenjara again. She rolls her eyes.
And he's just like, oh, I mean, I've got a bit of a different belief system to, I think most of the people here, and then he reaches in and he'll take out the little crescent moon amulet and he'll show it to the general.
Ah.
This is a dangerous gamble.
I'm gonna have him roll a thing. Okay, that's unfortunate.
Oh, fuck.
He'll narrow his eyes and say, how long have you been here, you said?
In this area?
Yes, the secluded valley.
Like, what, 4 days, I want to say?
Where did you enter from?
I believe it was like a little pathway through Talons, I think.
Make a persuasion check. This is very important.
So okay, I'm gonna use a luck. Hold on, pause. I'm using a luck point.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna use this one.
Yeah, fair. Just below 25, but I still think that's a partial success.
Let's go.
He will reach out a hand to hold it for a moment.
He'll let him.
And he will pull out of his desk a magnifying glass, and just or more like a monocle, and just like kind of look at it, inspecting it for a moment. And then he'll reach in, and he'll just start like pulling out various things. He seems to almost be like appraising it. And as he's doing it, he'll say, okay, well, for what it's worth, I do believe you, but you seem to be an unwilling accomplice in the crime. What do they call that? Oh goodness, I can't remember the word. And then he will reach into his desk and pull out a second amulet that looks very similar to the one that you have, but the moon symbol is different. It's a different phase.
Ooh. That's squinting, trying to look it up.
It would be Let's see, which one would it be? I'm pulling up my document. I always gotta be thematic about my moon shit.
Thematic about moon shit in the Moon God campaign? Guys.
Crazy stuff.
Guys.
Guys!
Guys!
It would likely be the opposite crescent, if I had to bet, and I believe that means it would be waxing? Might be waning.
Yes, because this one's the waning.
Yes, it would be
I believe it's-
waxing.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
He'll put the second one away, and while he's still holding the first one that you gave him, and he says, "A little bit ago, somebody broke in and stole this. Broke into the temple, that is. Various artifacts lying around in there, most supposed to be left untouched. And this was more or less a, something of Marikova's apprentices, made in devotion to her."
Kovak looks visibly more upset now that he's being told that the thing that he has to remember his wife.
Oh,
is-
wait. I apologize. Which amulet are you giving? Are you giving the amulet of the devout?
No, the crescent. I don't have the
Oh,
amulet of
man.
the devout. Casting
Did
does.
you know that I'm fucking stupid?
Okay. I was gonna say,
Uh,
you're scaring me here.
he'll... Okay, with that in mind, I don't like retconning. So with that in mind, as you're, like, getting frustrated and, like, seemingly confused, he's gonna narrow his eyes and he's gonna say, "How long have you had this?"
Since my wife died
When was this?
6 months ago.
Is this your first time in the valley?
Yes.
Interesting.
You're sure
Um,
that this was stolen?
I'll look at it more. Perhaps not. Something like it was, though. If you don't mind me asking,
Audible sigh of relief.
if you don't mind me asking, what was your wife's name?
Pedisandra. Why?
Never heard that name before. It can't be stolen. Everyone in the secluded valley knows each other. We are a small, tight-knit group of people. If someone managed to sneak in from the outside, steal something from our temple, and leave, that would be quite the feat, and I don't go around accusing people's past loved ones as rogues and fiends, so I would be surprised if this was what I was looking for. But no, we did have someone steal something like this. I apologize for the confusion. He will hand it back to you.
Yeah.
Where's my hand?
Yes.
Takes a deep
Where's my
breath.
hand?
Yeah.
I want Cass to use telepathy to ask Kovok if they should show the amulet that he gave them.
Absolutely. You have telepathy, you can just do that.
Oh my god. That's a really good question.
This is probably, by the way,
They let the-
one of the first times, if not the first times, that Cassian has ever done this to you. So you just hear Cassian's
what?
voice in your head.
No, like they have
This happened-
they have done it
yeah.
before.
They have?
A few times.
But it was still like, it was Google Bananas. Yeah, it was like,
The first time it happened was when Josiah was right outside the caravan door, and Cass had to quickly
Ah.
alert Kovok.
yeah, so he's going to associate it with a bit of a panic move, but he's going to sort of just like not respond too quickly when he hears the voice in his head, but shit, okay, this is a really because it's either we show him and then he might get a little bit mad at us and he might ask us what, and then no offense, you guys kind of suck at lying.
What am
What do
I?
you mean?
What am
Yeah,
I?
I'm not talking about you, alright? You're fine,
Okay.
you're perfect.
What about me,
But,
Mappa's a +9.
that's true. But then I need you guys to actually lie.
Yeah.
Can you
You
do
guys
that?
have
Yeah.
very good rolls. You're very bad at verbally lying.
Yeah, you're very bad at verbally lying, unfortunately. Okay, well... Fuck. Okay.
Cass is just
I
looking
don't-
between Kovac and the guy.
I don't know. Like the verbal voice, no, not verbal voice. The head voice will come back.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be a step in building goodwill, but he clearly doesn't think that we did it. So if we show him, but then we're probably either one of these two is going to have to lie, or we're going to have to tell him about who we bought it from. So that's up to you.
They're gonna like respond back. I mean, we could just say we found it lying around, maybe.
I don't know if that'll work, but if you'd like to do it, go for it. I'm trying to build a little bit of footing here, and it's shaky at best. But if you think it would help, then I trust you.
Fuck.
AKA, make decisions, bitch.
Ah, no, you motherfucker. I hate this. Ugh. You see, because I'm
Go to
thinking of
therapy,
it.
go.
No, fuck you. I'm thinking of this as like they're looking for it. So if we give it to them, that might put us in their good books. I mean, does it really matter how we got it if they get it back? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
We could just say that we bought it off someone, but that was a while ago. We don't know who that was. We didn't really stop to ask his name.
Again, we'd need Craggletooth and Mop to interject with a lie.
Yeah.
Because you and I are not gonna roll very fucking well. Like, we're gonna roll shit on deception, I'll tell you that.
I can.
Yeah.
I can figure something out.
Okay, well, if you'd like to work together to do that, then yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Mhm.
I think we'll be grand, right, Bubble?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cass is gonna like look between Kovac and the guy behind the desk, and they're gonna take the amulet out from. I'm gonna assume that they're wearing it, so they're gonna just like take it and just like hand it over. Is this what you're looking for?
His eyes will move from Kovac to you. He'll look at the amulet. He'll sort of narrow his eyes and sigh, and he'll go to grab it if you let him.
Oh yeah, Cass does.
And he'll take a brief glance at it and say, well, if my suspicions are correct, I do believe it is, though it is astonishing how similar it looks to the other one. Different stars, though, different shapes. These ones, different number of prongs. But, yes, I do believe this would be the amulet that was stolen. Where did you get it?
Okay, yeah, fuck it.
I'll back you up, whatever you do.
Yeah, thank you.
I got your back.
Thank you. I need to like figure out how I'm gonna word it because I don't want to fuck it up.
Well, you can't think about it too long, or else you're just gonna be sitting in silence, and he's gonna get real suspicious.
Yeah. We came across it. There was a shop a few ages back. And me and Kovac and I, we.
In the valley?
No, I think it was beyond that, right? My memory's not the best. I apologize.
Craggletooth has better memory. Craggletooth, was it in the valley or where was
No,
it?
it was like right before we got into the valley. It was like this weird dude on the side of the road. I'm not sure why we trusted him, honestly. But hey, it was a cool thing, you know?
He seemed likable enough, I guess.
Is that all you guys say?
I think so.
Is it?
I want.
Is it? If we say too much shit, he might think we're lying, like even
That's
more.
true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
making
what-
sure.
Versus
I'm
more-
just making sure before I set a DC.
Yeah.
Well, I would like all three of you to make deception checks for each individual lie.
Shit.
Alex,
Different
skills.
difficulty for each one. Like Kovac, yours is very easy because all you said was he was likable enough. So that's just to convince that there was another person. 19, it's not bad. Not bad. Nothing over a 20 though. With a 14 on that, he believes that somebody sold it to you for sure.
Okay.
Actually,
Technically not
before
Which is kind of
we
true,
get the
but
result of my roll, can
Yeah.
I use use a magical guidance to reroll?
Go for it.
Great. Just in case. Just in case.
I'm gonna use a little bit of hey, I'm gonna use a little bit of flavoring for your magical guidance, by the way, because you've used it a couple times now, but I've never described what it looks like, and I decided what it looks like recently. I think it's only coming up now. This has never happened before, Crackletooth. You tap into something within yourself, making the words that you are speaking strung with a touch of arcane and making them a bit more convincing. And you feel the inclination to do so. His expression shifts before you do this, and you hear a slight whisper in your ear of a familiar voice that you can't quite pin down who, of somebody saying, "He doesn't buy it." And by instinct, magic crosses your tongue, and it seems to work on him.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Odd. We'll come back to that.
And what's it called? He believes that you bought it from somebody, and with a 20, he definitely believes you bought it outside of the secluded valley.
Okay.
And he, with a 16, I believe your lie was that you just, like, found it. Like, you stumbled across this person. And I think with the
Yes,
other
found
two
them.
successful, I don't see why that wouldn't be. That's very believable. I don't know why he'd be like, I don't like that one.
Thank you, guys.
No
I
worries,
should
Yeah,
have,
gang.
we got you. We got you.
Yippee.
I should have had a... That's a thing? Sorry, I found a thing. That was really funny.
True.
I'll have him do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, okay, yeah, he believes you. That was a
That's
saving
cool.
throw too. That should only be a 7.
Funny.
And he will sigh and say, "Well, the good news is that you definitely didn't know what you were buying. Many magical trinkets here and there. And I imagine this was one of the few things someone must have wanted to sell it before." And he'll, like, take a quick glance to Tenjara before all the magical restrictions came in. And Tenjara will sort of tap her shoulder a bit and say, "Yes, speaking of which, I do need to enforce that when the time comes. You all haven't really been abiding by that rule." And he will say, "We haven't been abiding by it because we have never even seen anyone from your city before, let alone heard from them. I don't know why we should respect your rules when we don't even know who you are." Tenjara will look a little frustrated, like she wants to say something, but she doesn't. You get any roll insight, Kovac. You seemed interested on that. You can as well, Amaya, because this is something you're knowledgeable on.
Oh. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's better.
That's much better.
Baby.
Well, the 14, you're not so sure why she gave it up, Amaya, why she didn't continue on that path. It's a little out of place, though. Kovac, you'd think she just doesn't care. Like, magical
Nice.
item restrictions and, like, certain laws of Dacia, she just kind of... She doesn't give a shit. She just felt obligated to say it.
that's kind of based. No, real quick, what was the premise of bringing up the amulet? Was it like, speaking of, how was that brought up while I went to go to the bathroom?
You were the one that, speaking of amulets, you were the one that brought it up to begin with for one reason. Oh yeah, about your faith, your divinity.
Yes. And then how did the Maricovan one get brought into it?
Cassie.
How did C? Yeah, but how? Like, what was the thing that was mentioned in character to bring up the fact that he had the Maricovan amulet? They had the Maricovan amulet.
They just held it out. And was like,
Okay.
Here
Yeah,
it is.
Castle looked between them and heard him talk about basically correlated the two and was like, "Oh, you're looking for this."
Sort of thing.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I can build with that. And then he's gonna sort of just like look over to the general. We didn't know about this, but I don't know if it's a potentially, dangerous place. But if you'd like, if it would have any sort of goodwill, into letting us go towards the temple, we can journey out there and return it on your behalf if you would like.
We'll pause, thinking.
We're a pretty capable group of people. I like to think, at least.
Capable, I am certain of this. You made your way through the Talons. It's a relatively dangerous place. Wyverns, griffins, hags. Tenjara will shrink. And
Hags.
Yes, no, hags. We had to run in with, but
Yes.
she didn't get the best of us, so that's
That is
all well and
good. The problem is this. I'm not worried about your capability. My people do not go into the temple, but they stand outside of it. There is nothing in the temple that would break anything in there. The problem is the temple has its own means of keeping people out. If we were to let you in, it would try and keep you out. There's no way to turn that off. We don't let people in either because we think they are going to steal precious artifacts or because they will get hurt.
I'll subtly just side-eye grab him.
Krallic makes a face and what did I do?
I understand that. I can completely understand that, but at least on one of the tell you that I don't think there's any want to have what's it called? It's the want that we want to return it. So I hope that is enough goodwill. But if it comes to that any of us get hurt, I mean, I hate to say it wouldn't be the first time, but that is something that that is a risk we would be willing to take. It means that we can build at least a little bit of goodwill with you and your people, because again, I understand that things got off on the wrong foot with our mutual acquaintance.
He will sort of interlock his fingers as he puts both of his elbows on the table, leaning forward, narrowing his eyes, thinking.
Now kiss. I'm joking.
And he will push back his chair and stand up and begin sort of walking around, inspecting some things, being overly dramatic. And he will say, "You are fighting a losing battle. You are making up for a reputation already tarnished here, but you are trustworthy. I find that your purpose here is genuinely well-mannered. You five, at the very least." He casts a glance at Tenjara. "But you are you are working with someone we inherently do not trust and has shown that her deepest desire is to take something from us. On top of that, you are new here. Even if I did trust you, there are processes to these things. I cannot just let you in. I would love for you to return the pendant for me. Even I am not allowed inside, only... Well... The point is, I cannot so willingly let you inside, even if you are attempting to do a good deed. This isn't physical danger we are worried about. It is far more, far deeper. Things even beyond my understanding. Only those at the Abbey can comprehend such things. He sighs. I will be honest. I want you to. I don't want to go in there. I don't want any of my men to go in there to replace this, and I certainly don't want to call anyone from the Abbey over. They have their own duties. I shouldn't be troubling them with the simple necklace. Additionally, your relation to Marikova is intriguing to me. You have a pendant separate from this. It looks almost identical to the ones that we would keep here. Things her apprentices carried. Generations old at this point. Marikova was not here for long, but she did many good things. It wouldn't be surprised if she went elsewhere.
You think they might be connected?
In some way, yes. And I do respect divinity. I would love to help you on your faithful journey, so to speak. But I cannot go taking such risks. It is too much.
There's like a frustration, but like an understanding as well, in the sigh that Kovac lets out. But okay, that's fair enough. But you mentioned the Abbey, was it?
I'll nod. Yes.
Maybe
down there.
maybe-
It is monastery.
would they be better people to talk to about this?
He will pause and he'll give like a little smile and say, "You seem rather serious about this."
Absolutely.
If most people that wish to enter the temple for one reason or another, they either cannot commit to such a thing or they simply break in. Never a problem. Those that break in find themselves facing things they aren't prepared for. There is a way to get in, though I am not confident in your chances. The people at the Abbey are monks. Faster than your own reflection, they say. They understand things about our bodies, our minds, something else, something within us. They understand the things in the temple more than any of us do on the outside. It's interesting. If you can get them, if you can get the head of the Abbey to give approval, well, I would be much more convinced.
But you wouldn't be 100% sold on it. Is that safe to assume?
It's hard to say. It is difficult to hypothesize about because I will be frank with you. While it has happened before, never in my life has someone entered that temple of my own volition, let alone the Abbeys. Very few people are prepared to face such things. I am not confident in your ability to do so, not because I think you incapable, mind you, because I think that this is more than just waltzing through sacred grounds.
Guess there's a first for everything, right?
I'll smile at that. I suppose so. I will admit it would be quite the sight to see. My life does I am nearing, I don't want to say the end of my life, but I've definitely passed the halfway point. I wouldn't mind seeing that before I croak. But getting in the favor of the head of the Abbey is a very difficult task. It is... oof. Even I don't talk to them very often. They enjoy tea, though.
Oh, that's okay. We have Mop. And she'll kind of like pat Mop's back.
I was going to say, do
What?
you know what kind of tea?
There are some bushes. I am not a tea person myself.
Fair enough, but okay. With that in mind, then I guess I should probably go and talk to the people in the Abbey. These folks are just here to sort of accompany me at the minute. Because I'm sort of trying to figure myself out. It's been a difficult journey. You can probably understand that, but
We're moral
It's-
support.
yes, it has put
Yeah.
more things into what's it called? Perspective. Now that you've mentioned that,
You will
there's
see
that similarity.
anyone that's looking at her will see Tenjara is, a little irritated and is sort of staring at you, Kovak, as you're talking.
He doesn't see it.
Yeah. This is clearly like a Maya with a very good passive insight. This is very clearly not what she wanted.
Womp womp.
Oh yeah.
Right?
And she'll say,
We were getting in, maybe.
yeah, she'll say, I have already gone down there and attempted to talk to them. There's no reasoning with them. No matter what you do, they'll just say you're unprepared. That's what they always say. They don't want anybody
Sure
in
they
there,
do.
so they make a impossible system to get people to go away.
What the system?
I mean, look, we're experiencing it right now. We want to go in, they won't let us. They say the only way in is to the Abbey. We go all the way down there, we talk to them, they say you're not ready, go talk to the general. The general says go talk to the Abbey. It's an endless loop until you give up. They're tiring us out. It's as simple as that.
It's
Kovak
still
is
worth a
going
shot,
to-
though, right?
Kovak's going to open his mouth to say something, and he is going to bite back on it.
A general will clear his throat and say, with all due respect, which is very little, they have
I'll
not
take
been here. You have. He's looking at Tenjara. If the head monk at the monastery said you weren't ready, it's because you weren't ready. There's no game being played here. You don't even understand what's in there. He will move over to the armor, shield, and sword in the back, and he'll kind of just like inspect the shield slightly and tilt his head a little backwards so like his cheek is facing you all as he's talking, and he says, more than just danger for those who go in, there is something far greater. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. If something were to happen to that mirror, if someone was able to break whatever ward or curse has been placed upon it, the entirety of the valley would fall to ruin. Soren Klex, he would kill all of us in the heartbeat. And then wherever she is, Marakova would be next. Anything in relation to her, anything that stands in his way, will burn.
So, real quick above the table,
Mm-hmm.
that dragon gets freed, the valley's fucked, and then Marikova's next.
Mm.
She's here for Josiah. Josiah
Great.
clearly wants Lunanora dead. Lunanora and Marakova
Oh
are
yeah.
they the same person?
Oh, for
If not-
fuck's sake.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Is this like a
yeah.
failsafe in case he can't get the armor pieces? Is this what
Probably.
he's...
I'm sure it is.
God, he's fucking prepared, isn't he?
I hate him.
I hate this man.
But here's the thing, though. If we can't get in, I'm not saying this in character, by the way. I'm just saying this to you all. If we can't get in, then how is she gonna get in?
That's the thing. Is that I think what we're going to have to try to do, we're gonna have to steal it and then give it back to these people from under her. Or
Yeah.
Honestly,
or try to convince her to go against Josiah. Which take a coin flip as to which one you think is more likely.
Maybe
it is
the second
50-50,
one.
I suppose.
Another thing we could do is go, oh right, I guess you were correct, Tanjara. Peace out, and then loop back around the next day and be like, okay, we do want to go in, grab the mirror so that if Tanjara does break in and try and get it, it won't be there.
Yeah.
Does
You
that
know,
work?
kind of.
Could also, warn the Abbey, I guess.
That also involves ditching Tanjara, I guess.
Yeah.
right?
Be borderline impossible. I think she's gonna stick to us like a bad smell.
Well, we can burn that bridge when we get to it. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I think at some point, right? Bad idea. I just bust out the question, Tanjara, why is he trying to kill Lunanora?
Your full idea.
Because he's
It's
a
a great idea.
bitch. Because his god doesn't
But-
like our god. I guess.
Granted, she could just not know, right?
Anyways,
Right.
So
yeah,
funny.
I think the sort of an omen of the dragon would kill literally fucking everyone here. He's like, yikes! It's more of a reason for him to make sure that Tin get it.
Yeah.
But he's not going to say that out loud, and he's going to say that is understandable then why there are this many precautions. That would most certainly not be a good thing. But I mean, we can attempt. I can attempt, at least, to try to convince the people of the Abbey, because I'm not very good at this religious thing, but I'm trying to be. So I had a bit of a hope that maybe this might help, maybe it could, maybe not, but I don't know. We'll see.
Religious discovery is quite admirable, honorable even. It is a day and age where many people stray from their beliefs because time has passed, because others speak to them. Holy shit, you type loud. It's just
Chat clip that.
I know.
Why? Chat don't clip me.
So funny.
Oh fuck.
Oh
Okay.
god. Well, he well, first things first. If you do plan to actually go in and return it, come to me after your time in the Abbey. I will give this back. And then after you return it, come back to me. I think I will have something for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of course.
What's your name?
Oh. Many people call me Rudolph. Rodolph.
Hi, Rudolph. Do you want to be friends?
Rodolph, and I don't know you very well.
Don't worry. She asks this of everyone.
Stick up her
He's a
little
really
hand
good
for a
friend.
handshake. It is very nice to meet you, Rudolph.
Oh, it's- what did you say your name was again?
My name is Mop.
He'll shake your hand and say, "Good to meet you too. It's nice to know people can still have conversations these days, rather than standing outside my tent and screaming."
I love you.
What?
I love you.
Again.
Also
Again,
clip that.
she does this sometimes.
I see. Quite the affectionate
Very
fellow.
Yes.
I'm putting his
Yeah.
name at the back of my book.
And
How do
he
you
kind
spell
of like leans. He kind of leans into, whisper with like the get a load of this guy kind of thing. He's like, yeah, he's got a little bit of got a lot of optimism, I think. Okay. Oh.
I'm so sorry. I had to take a very quick phone call. What was it you just said?
Yeah, she's very optimistic. Not quite like us.
Huh. It's good to have optimism these days, I always say.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
But
yes.
I brought out a
Yeah.
flower to give people.
the abbey. What'd you say? What'd you say the abbey was?
South from here, follow the river. Don't go off any branches. There are a few bridges you can cross if need be.
Okay.
It might be a bit
Thank you.
easier if you go on the go through the second exit of the township. Go on the left side of the river. That way you are not in the forest. But that's up to you.
And then how long would it take? Like, what would you say?
Left side of the river will take roughly 3 days, a week if you travel by foot. But I've seen your contraption. Likely 3 days for you. Right side would take 4, but there is forest, so there might be little critters.
Okay, no worries. In that case, we will. Yes, we'll definitely consider that. Thank you very much.
Of course. When you're looking for the head monk, they don't. Hard to describe. They aren't one for names or faces. Typically, they will refer to them by their title. Elsewise, I would refer to them by their meaning. One moment. He'll start rummaging around his desk looking for a notebook. He seems to have forgotten the word himself.
Yeah, is it because you forgot the word?
I don't need to be gaslit. Sorry,
Yeah.
called out.
Anyways, I'll be right back.
When will you be Sam again?
Shut up.
They typically refer to themselves as Flekre. It says here. I don't know what it means. Flekre?
How do you spell that?
Cool. That sounds cool.
It's in side chat. Or not side chat. Main chat.
Okay.
However, asking around them by name or title won't give you too much. However, you will know them when you see them. They have a very distinct look to them. And as he says that, I'm going a little slow so Sam can hear. But as he says that, the one of the guards from earlier will step in, and she'll say, "Sir, She looks like almost confused and a touch concerned. They're here." And he'll raise an eyebrow. Who's here? The monastery?
Oh.
And he'll just
shit.
kind of like open, like he'll just like both hands on the table, eyes wide, like blink. Okay. Go ahead and bring them
Is
in.
Cass is gonna quickly look to him. Is that good or bad?
Well, that is for us. He'll look to you. That is for us to find out. They are
Okay.
not often to leave the monastery. Typically, it is for other like. Sorry, he'll like hold his head for a moment.
For good or for bad reasons. They're only here for important ones.
Have,
Yes.
Okay.
have courage, my lord Trian.
I am quite large, yeah. Mostly muscle, I promise. He'll wink at you.
We're friends.
Aw.
I think we are. You're quite jovial.
Aw.
Um,
Out of character real quick.
The
Come on.
section of the book.
I'm so sorry. No, go Shasta. Go Shasta.
I think I said
I'm
it.
just saying, I'm writing his name in the fucking friends section of Mob's notebook.
That's so funny.
I was gonna say, just so I know, these are the Abbey guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make
Yep.
sure.
And
Oh boy.
he will turn to you all and say, for all any of you that aren't sitting, he will say, "Take a seat. Respectfulness is necessary. They are not strict, but it would be nice to." Oh, that's our media manager. It would. Hi, Abby. Sorry, I need to lock in. It is in your best interest to be respectable. They are not one to punish such things, but for what you are doing, it would be nice. And he will immediately start to like move and organize the things on his desk. Tenjara will kind of blink, irritated, and sort of pat herself down and fix her expression to be neutral rather than upset. And try and look as respectable as possible. And then she'll look over to you.
Take the bitch off of your face.
She'll look over to you all, especially Craggletooth. Like waiting for you guys to just somehow magically look more respectable.
Craggletooth will like hold eye contact with Tanjara, raise her hands, and like lift up her legs and put them underneath her legs, so she's sitting on her hands, and like normally on a chair.
That's good then. But yeah, I think
Yeah, that is good.
Golik's gonna pull up a chair and he's going to sort of like look around at the other. Would it not be disrespectful to not have a chair for them?
It is fine,
I need
trust
help
me.
getting on the chair. I need help
Okay.
getting on the chair. They're too big.
No, it's okay. And then he's gonna take a seat next to He's gonna take a seat next to Tanjara and he's gonna sort of like whisper to her. I'm trying my best here.
She'll just kind of nod, maintaining her expression.
I can't get up.
Cass helps Bob up onto the chair, and then quickly
so
sits
funny.
down.
As you all are sort of like finish orienting yourself, the two guards will walk in. They have very like serious, but you can tell very nervous faces. And behind them walks in a very tall, like slender figure standing at about like maybe 6'3", 6'4".
Shorter than me. Ah!
Well,
He's gonna ask us to collect his pages. Fuck's sake.
God damn it. I unfortunately, the amount that they look like Slenderman is too close to home. You can't see their face.
Oh, brilliant.
They are wearing a very like regal looking robe. Beneath it you see bits of like wrappings around their body, wrappings around their fists. There is a there's no staff. They have their hands folded behind their back, and there are various gems, which I think Mop, given your proximity to them as a worker for Noble and also your interest in magic, you can tell are opals.
Wow.
There is a they're very reflective specifically, and you can see on their face the mask that they are wearing, which covers like a full like half of their entire head, like completely circles around it. And they have a hood on to cover the back of their head. It is shining. It is reflecting back to you.
Yeah.
And they will look at all of you. And there's like this brief pause before you'll see their body kind of like shake slightly and their chest move up and down a little rapidly as they start chuckling.
Hello.
And they'll go, always so serious. What is with that? I'm not the king.
You're
I'm not
really
here to
pretty.
behead you. They'll look to you. Thank you. You are rather impulsive with your truth. I bet that's done you wonders and detriments.
Kovak nods.
Joins in the nodding.
Cosmos slightly.
Really?
Amaya also joins in slightly with the nodding.
Poor mom.
No such thing.
Mop doesn't notice any of that, by the way.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's just looking right at the fucking lady.
You all are quite familiar with one another. That is good. Rudolph will say, what is it that brings you here?
I like this guy. I like that he's shitting himself as much as we are.
And they will say, very simple. I was intrigued after that once, looking at motioning to Tinjara. They're not looking at anything. They have a mask on. I was intrigued after this one came by. Her persistence was... How do I put it? Well, persistent. You were so determined to get in there. And you wouldn't listen to my words of warning, my words of advice. But I had a feeling you'd try something else. Originally, I came here to stop you from breaking in. I had a feeling you would do something of the sort, though you seem to have chosen a route I did not expect. One that I'm a bit more fond of. They will look each of you up and down, stopping on each of you for a brief moment. You tell they're thinking something. They take a really long time on Cassian.
Mm-hmm.
And then they look over and they say, well, it seems you have already experienced quite the plethora of introspection. That's a good start. But it's definitely not the end. Why do you wish to go in the temple? Religious reasons, I hear. Intrigue, Marakova. But why? I don't think that's entirely it.
Great.
What?
This is no. We're off to a flying start here, fellas.
Should we just tell? We'll just tell her the same thing that we told your man there.
Okay, I don't think she's gonna buy it. I think we gotta tell her the truth. But the issue is that there's a Tenjara right there.
I think that there is a moment of silence that washes over, and they will go, I'm right, aren't I? That's fine. I was mainly trying to see if you were lying. You clearly are. Liars would take far more time to answer than one who speaks the truth, but that is fine. You must simply change your reason. One does not go into the temple out of obligation, nor do they go out of desire for what you are desiring. It is the Mirror Temple, temple of reflection, of retrospection. You are to go in there to find a part of yourself that you don't entirely see too often. Can you do that?
Buck is going to nod.
I mean, yeah, we've done something similar to this
Not the ex-
before.
Not the exact same, but
Well, yeah, similar. Not
we're not
exactly. Yeah.
we're not all adverse to that sort of line of thought, I think.
They will, for a moment, they'll pause, tilt their head, and you'll see them lift their mask just slightly. Enough to look at you, but not enough for you to see their face. Maybe a shadow of their cheek or their chin. They're very pale, wearing these wrappings. You can't even see a part of them, but the skin on their face is almost white. And they'll say, "You are touched by divinity. Ard, Kaisen. Names I have not heard in a long time. Even one that I don't quite recognize but feels all too familiar."
Oh, wow. So should I tell her everything?
No.
I think
Like,
there
not e-
is more to you.
Who's
You've
she saying this to?
all of you.
All of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of you have experienced something similar to this, but I promise you it's different. From what I've seen in my travels, the Isles of Ard, they hold great tribulations. They demand sacrifice. They demand penance. This is not what we do. Sacrifice from time to time, sure, but reflection is our primary goal. Faster than your reflection, that's what you must become. Better than your reflection in every aspect. I will take the opportunity to teach you what lies within your vessel. And I will also reconsider. They say their head turning towards Tanjara slightly.
We'd be honored, I think.
That's good. Well, in that case, I'll give you your first goal. Go to the Abbey. But you must be quick. If your counterparts beat you, I don't know if I can assist you.
Counterparts. Counterparts?
They'll
What do you mean?
They'll chuckle. Tilt their mask, shine slightly. All of you can see yourself in it.
Oh. I think I get it.
The
Well, we
river is a
don't have to talk
mischievous
about
little
that.
thing. Huh?
Which way is it?
South.
Oh, yeah, south. Okay.
To the west of the mountains, south. If you can beat your reflection, I might just help you.
Okay.
Beat your reflection? Yeah, okay. Fuck.
Well,
I don't like this, but okay.
enough riddles
Shit.
for me today. I think it's time I get back. I've already been gone for 2 hours. They will take a
Two
quick
hours to get
bow. Yeah.
Krako's eyes widen a little bit in jealousy.
They take a quick bow. And they turn around. And then they stop for a moment as they're walking away. They don't stop, actually. They keep walking, but they look at you, Cassian, through their mask for just a second.
They sort of
It's
like
nice to meet
wince
you.
slightly, just stare back, and then avoid eye contact.
with a thing that don't have eyes. That's funny.
Nice. It was nice to meet you.
Well, do not ask. Don't ask, please.
I hope
I'm
that
not for it.
it's... I hope that it's not our last time meeting. You all are quite interesting. And they
I like
will...
to think so.
She's nice. I like her.
They will walk out. You can see that, like, Tenjara immediately, like, sours once they leave the room just a bit. And when you turn to look at Rudolph, it looks like he hasn't taken a breath in the past 10 minutes.
Probably because he hasn't, yeah.
Need a glass of
Oh.
water.
Oh, that would be lovely. I can make... Hold on. Jim, go get it, please. And one of the soldiers will go and grab a bit of water from a nearby... oh, goodness, what are they called? Oh, God, the little things, little
Well,
circular tubes.
what- Yeah, the
Hey,
fucking
John.
water.
Faucet?
Oh,
No, it's the water cooler.
Jug, decanter.
No. Water skin.
It's-
No.
Oh,
Horse.
water.
There you go. I mean, if we have to beat our reflections, I think we should probably get going then.
Yeah, we probably should.
I can fly there.
I can also fly there.
Okay, and what about those of us that cannot?
We're foiling.
Skill issue.
Are we, splitting up is the best idea?
I shrink you and I put you in my pocket.
No.
Okay.
We shrink you and put you in my pocket.
I would literally choke to death. And I don't know how to tell you this. I would literally die in there. That pocket is a literal void. It has no oxygen. I would die.
You just hold your breath.
Yeah.
I hate you. I hate all of you so fucking much. I'm at a party. Of
Anyways, let's go!
nightmares.
Well, we can talk about this outside. Yes.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about it while we're on the fucking move.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Rudolph. So sorry to be going very quickly, but
Thank you, Rodolph.
thank you for at least
Thank you.
talking to us. I
Have a good
appreciate
day.
it so much.
You too. You too, Jim.
Interrupted my ass. Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
They will chuckle and say, "Well, it was good meeting you too, I suppose. Be wary of that riddle, my friend. I haven't heard that one before."
Well, I'm going to try to take it a little bit literal. And it just, better to be a bit more literal about it right now. But anyways, yes, we should go, and then he's gonna get the fuck
Yeah.
out of there.
How the
Cast
fuck we
follows.
raised ourselves?
Mhm.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah. You all will very, I say quickly, but not in like a, less in like a, you need to fucking leave, and more in like a, you're in a hurry, we're gonna be in a hurry too. We'll be ushered outside of the township, back to the caravan, and Tenjara, once you guys sort of leave the gates, will say, "God's almighty, I cannot believe that we are... Whatever. It's getting done. That's what matters. Even if it took a bit longer, takes a bit longer than I would have appreciated. I'm being impatient. I'm just being impatient."
If you don't mind me saying, you sure are grumpy.
She'll kind of stare.
You look a little tense. Do you need a shoulder massage?
No. If it's going to take a while, I need to plan. Think about that riddle. What did that riddle mean? Why do people speak in riddles? She looks like really upset and just pushes her way onto the caravan.
I mean, if it's fun to speak in riddle when you're the one saying the riddle, but like, so I guess I could understand that aspect of it.
God, it doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. Be
I love
normal.
riddles. I really like riddles.
How like she'll just
I
start
can never
talking
figure
as
them
she walks in, being like, "How hard is it to just talk to people like a normal person? Like I don't understand. Just tell them what you want to do." And, like,
Time to rub my two brain cells together. So, we're racing our reflections. I get a distinct feeling that she was probably able to tell that we were conflicted about what we wanted to do. Maybe the idea is that she wants us to be able to make up our minds before we get there. So that, you know, we've made up our mind, we reach the destination metaphorically before our reflections and our physical selves get there.
I have an idea.
What?
Our counterparts are the reflections of ourselves we saw in our mask. So we need to get
I
there
was-
before she does.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it could be like
Yes.
literal like mirrors of
Yeah.
ourselves that are on their way there.
I mean, both of those can be done at the same time. If we're not,
Yeah.
horribly wrong, but
It's like, to be
Granted-
safe, we should make sure we get there before them if they do exist, but we should
don't-
also make up our minds.
I don't think it's. I think it's like some situation where there is a reflection of us that we are racing. However, I don't think it's in her mask because, like she said, she'd been gone for 2 hours, which means we're not getting there before her. So,
Yeah.
and I don't think she would give us an impossible task. That doesn't
And then I
seem
use
her.
wish.
You have wish yet?
no.
Devastating. It's okay, though.
You have wish is an 8th level. I don't know,
Listen.
Bubble.
A girl can hope, okay?
I don't know, Bubble. You tell me.
Well, you know, as a
I'm gonna be-
sorcerer,
No.
I don't get wish. You hate me and you want me dead.
Yeah, I don't know. We should just probably get going. Also, by the way, you do get wishes. But you know, didn't want to correct you too early.
Huh?
You can
Hold
get
on.
wish as a sorcerer. That is just a thing that happens sometimes.
Anyway,
I spoke too soon. I apologize.
rest in peace, Dust.
Dust will
Doesn't
never
it?
return. Devastating.
What if the reflections? We can beat the reflections there if we get there by night. Because you need light for a reflection.
No.
Okay,
that
well I'll
is-
go fuck myself and fucking turn myself pretty pink, you silly
Yeah,
bitch.
I mean, you can have a reflection even if there isn't of light.
No, there's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, but can you tell me any point in where the night is 100% dark? We will always
In a
have a
dark room.
reflection.
Maybe Dabby's really dark.
We will always have a reflection.
Maybe it's dark.
We will
Point being, we
literally
need to be
always have a
moved.
Maybe it's dark.
It's not gonna matter because we have to do everything before we get there.
Dark outside, dark inside. There's no window.
You're thinking too literally, and you're stupid, and you're dumb.
I don't think you're thinking literally enough.
I think you're stupid and dumb, and stupid and stupid and dumb.
I think you're just
I thought they were
close-minded.
just
Stick to defriending demons,
Literally.
alright? Shut up!
while you guys are like outside, maybe like briefly talking about or ushering away inside, you can hear like papers moving around inside and the sounds of like hammering something, and you hear
Okay.
Tenjara be
Oh.
like, "What the fuck does reflection mean? What do you mean reflection in the river? In the what? In the mask? What? What are you talking about?" Like, just going crazy.
Put
Get a
myself on
load
the
of
map,
this.
let's fucking go.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean... The best thing we have right now is to just get on the fucking move, and then we can think about it while we're on the fucking move.
You talk to
Hey,
the scribe
Jara.
about it, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's our code for we don't fucking know, Dust.
We
It's true.
gotta tell Dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, you all can get yourself on the caravan, tell the scribe where you need to go, and it will get moving. I'll put you guys back on the caravan woods for now.
To the
Maybe?
Abby.
All right then.
Pretty
Oh,
please, if
I
that's
need to
okay.
put.
Why is the scribe upside down on the table? Scribe's upside
I didn't do
down.
this.
It happened.
Oh, where the fuck did he go? There he is.
Oh,
Where the fuck
that's weird. Cassian doesn't
is
have
my
a
cable?
proper thing. Let me fix that.
Oh, that might be because I just put them on the map because they disappeared.
What? They're smaller.
Yeah. Ah! Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had moved them to a different map to test something. I'm gonna drag them
Oh, fair enough.
in. Well, and we'll go to the map, the map screen. Tanjara is in the piano room. Immediately when you walk in, you see that the wall has like papers nailed into it and like various bits of like writing, like she's just made a conspiracy board.
Oh, you did that
Um,
very quickly. Oh my goodness.
She'll kind of like nonchalantly like wave a hand, like, yes, of course I did it quickly. This is how I do things. Okay. Oh, goodness. There is also, just by looking at it, much more than about the reflection. Like, there's tons of stuff here.
Is she?
Um,
What's she? Is she just looking at paper right now, or is she working on something?
Both.
Okay, like a build thing, or like a.
More or less
She
just
building
like, more or less just like adding to the board, writing things down, pencil in her mouth, thinking really hard.
Okay. Mup will just help her out while she spirals, you know.
Mm-hmm. Make
Just hand her like
me,
a piece of paper or like a pencil.
make me an intelligence check.
Okay.
See if you
General
two can
intelligence?
genuinely, yeah. Let's see if you guys can genuinely figure something out.
Better you than any other one of us.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That was a
That's-
save, but
Fuck.
it's still a 24. It's a 24, I believe, or 25?
Wait.
25. No,
Yeah.
23.
Minus
23.
23.
Um,
Oh, but
I think like as you're kind of like helping her, she doesn't notice you for a while, and then like she'll just start ambiently grabbing things that you're handing her, and then you'll start talking to her, and she'll start responding like it's an actual conversation, though she doesn't seem to be doing it consciously. So eventually, you guys do just start talking about it, and the caravan's moving now. But maybe like I want to say an hour later, as you guys are just sitting here talking, she's calmed down, and she'll say, I don't understand it. Why reflection? Faster than your reflection. If it's not literal, then that would mean there's other versions of us, but we clearly didn't see them. And if they do exist, that means we've already lost. If it's literal, then it could be the reflection in their mask or the reflection in the river. That's all I can
eat
think about.
shit, guys. Eat shit.
You're still wrong.
I think, you know, if. I mean, granted, reflection. Maybe we need to get there before her, but that's probably not possible. You know, if it was in the mirror of her mask.
It's true. They were quite fast. I don't know. Well, we're going as fast as we can. It's the best part. Quick question for you guys. Did you guys take, and you guys can like discuss this out of character, did you guys take the path on the left side
Oh,
of the river or the right side?
we gotta
You
get there
should
before our
love.
reflection.
True.
The fucking river. God damn it. It's a fucking river. Where's the plot? Where's the map? Just put it in plotting.
Yeah, where the
Valley
fuck
Reed.
is it now?
It's the secluded Mead Valley map in images.
Yeah.
I know, but can you put it to me?
Oh, you lazy.
Good
Yeah.
fly.
Okay.
Lazy.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So,
There you guys are.
Okay.
What's your bright idea, Shasta?
I think my bright idea says we get there before our reflection. Never mind. There's no fucking way we don't go down the route of the river, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, never mind. Ignore it.
We could avoid the river entirely. Just not like follow the river, just go down that way, like away from the river, maybe? Question mark?
There is, I will say, looking at the map, while you can avoid it, there is a point where you have to cross it. It's over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Although I do look at Tanjara,
Um,
and I say, maybe it's a, you know, like in the riddle, it's like we get there before we do. What's the current time outside, Dust?
you guys went in, I believe, early in the morning, so it's probably like about noon.
How long would you think it would take us to get there?
2 days. 2 days if you go through the forest, 3 days if you go on the other side. So, like, sorry, left side of the river, 3 days, right side of the river, 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at the map.
I think if we get there, maybe we take the forest. Maybe if we get there at night
What makes you say that?
in the north. Well, you do need light to see a reflection,
This is true.
and maybe there'll be a big mirror whenever you get there.
Maybe. Well, it's our first idea.
The moon has entered the chat.
Um,
Fuck the moon.
she will sigh and say, nighttime isn't completely dark. There are stars in the sky. If we wanted it to be dark, we would need it to be cloudy and a new moon.
Yeah, there's a big fucking moon, man.
Did you bring an almanac with you by chance?
Almanac? Why?
For the weather?
Oh,
It's an almanac?
well, I can take care of the weather.
What?
Yes. I'm a skilled cleric.
Oh,
Alright.
that's cool.
You're so smart I forgot that you could do other things. She doesn't take insult to that, right?
She'll kind of, when you say that, she'll actually like pause for a brief moment and like stare off and look a little sad.
Oh.
And she'll
Oh.
say, I suppose you're right. I've really just been doing this for a long while, but it helps. It's good to do things. Besides, it's almost done. We've almost succeeded.
Yeah. I think we will beat our counterparts there if we're not able to see our own reflection whenever we get there, you know? Because they will always be one step ahead of us, a reflection, usually. That's the point of it.
True.
You gotta think outside the box a little bit, even though the box is safe and nice and your brain doesn't hurt.
That is true. Interesting. I'll take that into account. You're quite capable. I'll do some work tonight. Let anyone else know that if they have any theories to throw them at me.
Okay. And I'll send Argyle to, I don't know, go screech at Craggletooth.
Craggletooth will.
You just sit there and go, you know.
You know, hang on. Hang on. Craggletooth screams back.
There we go. Back on the caravan map.
Yippee.
Kovak is by the scribe. Did you want to talk to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Scared me.
You really don't take offense to this. You're very riddle-like. Has anyone ever told you that?
Well, I am a seer. It is general that we speak in riddles. To speak of the future in plain terms is either impossible because of the way that we see it, or not recommended. When people know the future, they try and change it. Or in their attempt to achieve it, they alter it beyond comprehension.
I see. Okay, alright. If it's okay with you, I'd like to give you a little bit and then a riddle. And I'd like to see what you can come up with as Riddleman.
Alright. I am Riddleman.
So, you are Scribe Riddle. Wait. Oh, wait, hold on. First name, The. Middle name, Scribe. Last name, Riddleman. That's you. Okay.
I do have
Anyways.
a name. I just... Never mind.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna ask.
name?
But, no, okay, so... Temple of Reflection is the one that... What's her name wants to, get into and, do all these sort of things with the mirror. And apparently... that has a lot of connection to this abbey that we're headed towards, and the monks that are there were also pretty big on reflection, like a mask that has reflections. Of course, it's made to reflect, type of thing, and that leads me to believe that it's a lot of reflection, a lot of introspection, a lot of that sort of a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when the the monk left, they were all like, yes, if you can get to the abbey before your reflections do, I might help you. What's your take on that?
It could mean many different things.
Naturally.
Reflection can be literal, in which sense there is the river. Perhaps they have a big mirror up, though that would be very elaborate, and not nearly as metaphorically satisfying.
Also, fire hazard.
Also, fire, this is true. Doesn't get very hot here, but even then. Or they could be referring to one's own reflection of themselves. Everyone's worst critic is their own. Maybe they don't want you to think about going there. Maybe your soul can go there before you? This is difficult.
But like die? And have your soul go there?
More or less. When you desire to do something, you do it. And in many ways, if I said that I desired to go sit down and lay down on the couch, my soul is already doing it. It's preparing for that reality. It's there, it's waiting. I just have to catch up to it. It could be that, but that would be bizarre and needlessly complicated. Though I suppose seers and people of the like are needlessly complicated.
Because I was thinking to myself, she kind of clocked us insofar as that we didn't have an answer when she was like, yeah, I don't really believe it. You know, religious reasons. She kind of clocked us on that one. And then gave that kind of a riddle, and so I was thinking, could it be that she wants us to make up our mind on why we're actually going before we get there? Like, would that be reflective, do you think, or I don't know.
Certainly. Reflecting on yourself, figuring out the real reason why you're going there. I mean, do you even
It's
know?
rather... I mean, personally, I didn't, but when I was thinking about this, what I'm telling you, I do think I've got a very solid idea on what I want to do. But I was thinking, yeah, the reflection is less of a literal reflection, but it's more of a metaphorical one, where it's like, oh yes, you get to the temple before you're there reflecting on, you know, what you're there for. You've already made up your mind, so you don't need to reflect. That sort of thing. I don't know. I'm bad at these things.
Riddles are hard. I don't blame you. But maybe. Perhaps. Let's see. I'll just start thinking. In which case, as you all are sort of bouncing ideas, I'm gonna very briefly... Amaya, are you doing anything?
Nah, she's just kind of eavesdropping.
Funny. I
What?
will actually need to do something with Amaya really quick, because I am a freak and a fool and forgot to make that really cool image you sent me a token. Guys, Ellie's a good artist. This is fucking crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
It is really fucking cool.
I've seen this.
I haven't seen
It
anything.
is really cool.
I haven't seen anything. Ellie doesn't talk to me. Ellie.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ellie, can I post it in the channel?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is
It's
such
really
a,
fucking cool.
It's such a good fucking piece of art. Like, I am baffled by it.
Oh,
Yeah!
Look at her!
big money, no whammies.
I specifically like the definition in the cheeks and the chin. I don't know what it is. It's so nice.
There he is.
She's
There it
modern.
is.
Yeah!
She's so pretty.
What is with the kid?
She's mewing.
Be so funny. I would love an image of like that image of the guy mewing, but it's painted over to be Amaya.
Oh gosh.
See, you know what you have to do next.
I know.
I don't
That
know
would
what
be
I,
fine.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Oh fuck. Fine.
Um,
Okay.
And really
Or,
quick, really quick, before. Bubble, did you want me to make that thing you sent me for Craggletooth their new token? Okay,
Yeah.
I will do that as well. then.
Double Ellie art.
Double Ellie.
Double Ellie art.
Smelly.
Who's turning the lights on and off in the shrine?
I didn't.
I'm opening and closing the door.
No, I'm
Oh.
doing it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it anymore.
You hate me.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Craggletooth is freaking out.
Well,
No, it's just zoomies, man.
as I'm getting these tokens in,
Okay, that's not me.
Where's actually? You know what? Speaking of zoomies, where's the cat?
I'll
The
make.
cat is in
awesome.
Oh
the
yeah.
bedroom.
Great.
Yippee! I have the cat.
Yeah, cat's over here. For reasons I'll get to, and are you approaching the cat?
I'm gonna approach the cat.
Yeah. For reasons I will get to
No
in
more
a brief
eavesdropping.
moment, we're gonna go back in time. Cassian looks a little shaken, but I'll leave that up to you, Cassian. Like how you roleplay that. We'll get to that in a moment. Don't fret, my friend.
Yippee!
Cassian just looks probably a little like in the face, a little bit more than normal.
Yar.
Are you doing anything with the cat, or are you just walking up to it to say hi?
Oh, you're still talking to me.
Yes.
You didn't actually specify, so I got confused.
To be fair, I thought you were gonna go back to like the others for a second.
No.
Yeah, that's what I also thought.
Lock in, little bro.
Yeah, no. Amaya, she's kind of been eavesdropping for the last little bit. She wanted to go get a book, but Tanjara is looking crazy right now. And if there's one thing that this caravan has taught her right now, it's that she probably should not have the mind to go up to Tanjara and tell her to shut up. So then she started eavesdropping over to see what Kovak and the scribe are doing, and they're all talking about riddles, and she doesn't want to talk about riddles, so she's going to the cat.
Absolutely.
Eat.
God, it's so good. I'm looking at it now. I did
Oh,
put the
that's
tokens
so
in.
fucking
They're so
cool.
nice. The colors,
Look at
especially. Ugh,
So good.
They're so fucking cool.
so nice. In that case, as you walk up to the cat, we'll go a bit back in time, Cassian. I'll drag you in here. Walking in, everybody's talking. You reach under the bed to grab your sketchbook, and for the briefest of moments, you see the deck under there. Your hand brushes against it, and you hear a light, heinous little chuckle.
Ah. Ah. God damn it. They're gonna flinch and like pull their hand back and then look around. Did it sound like it was coming from anywhere?
It sounded very ethereal. You can't really specify. a
Yeah. So
direction.
there's like, okay. Did they recognize it?
Oh, I mean, yes, it was the gambler. 100% it was the gambler.
Brilliant.
No.
I think like Cass is gonna like dart back. I think out of instinct they're gonna kick the deck like further on the bed and just grab the sketchbook and quickly jump back up to their feet.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Does anything happen? Did I wait to see if something happens?
Oh, like you kick it back, you grab the sketchbook, and then Cassian kind of stops and stares at it for a moment as if it's gonna do something.
Yeah.
I think. Can Cass make a wisdom saving throw?
Sure. Absolutely. Oh no. Oh, I was looking at the -1 there for a second.
11. There is a brief moment where you smell that cigarette smoke again, and then you start to see a little bit of it. And you see it begin to move slightly through the room. And it goes through the door and then wraps around this corner.
Fuck's sake. I'm gonna like hold the sketchbook like really tight. They're gonna like tuck it up under their arm and they're gonna like look around to see if anyone's watching and then they're gonna follow it.
It goes out this door.
Of fucking course it does. Okay. They're gonna try and sneak out without being seen.
I don't think it's too hard. Everybody's doing their own thing. I will have Crackletooth roll stealth and Crackletooth roll perception.
Okay.
I can do that.
This is a losing battle, though.
I will say,
Oh my God.
give yourself advantage to counteract the disadvantage. It's okay. Roll again.
Okay.
Because I imagine you aren't wearing your armor right now.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah, hold on. No, I meant, sorry. Give yourself advantage right now, and then roll it to make it a straight roll.
Oh. There. Okay. I think I know I apologize if I got this wrong.
No, you're okay. You did it.
Okay.
19. It's not bad. Most people's passive perception, no, they don't see it.
Okay.
But there's like this brief moment, Craggletooth. Doing a lot of stuff today. I like this. You're more or less eavesdropping, paying attention to this, and you smell something. It smells somewhat familiar. You can't pin it down, and then you hear another little voice in the back of your head, someone going, him. And then you smell the cigarette smoke. And you see the door close behind Cassian.
I think with that, she's gonna like she's gonna like dig in for a snack for Argyle and like toss it over in some direction to have Argyle like leave, and then she's going to just kind of quietly sneak out after Cassian.
Fuck off, Argyle.
Can Craggletooth roll? Can Craggletooth roll a stealth and Cassian roll a perception?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Insane. Okay.
I think you like if you're proficient, you have to get a 20. No, it's not a 20. I don't know. It would have been an 18, but still. Cass, the smoke goes into the woods.
Oh.
You should follow it.
I should.
Okay, you have backup.
Okay.
I'm backup. It's okay.
Well, Cass doesn't know that.
This is correct.
Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward.
I think they're gonna hesitate for a moment and think, what if it's like luring them away from the party? And then they're gonna check it, so they're gonna just sigh, put this down to the deck, and then just shoot down and
Ooh.
follow it.
You glitched out for a second. What did you do with the deck before you followed?
Oh, not the deck, the sketch on the.
Got you. Am I the only one it's lagging for? I just want to make sure. Yep. Yep, everybody's lagging. Okay, it's me.
Oh,
This is very, very funny to hear in your robotic, like, tones. Just... Let me just do a little... Hello?
Hello?
There you go, that's better.
Hey!
Just seemed a little weird during the call. So you leave the sketchbook and go in? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You'll follow into the woods, and Craggletooth, you can follow... Oh, sorry, I closed it as you opened it. You can follow shortly behind and watch from a distance.
She'll probably be in the tree line, to be just for flavor's sake.
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and... I got rid of all my eerie music. Now I just have epic music. I don't want that right now. Just kind of turn this down a little bit then. You make your way into the woods, following the smoke. It's not too far, maybe 100 feet into the woods or something like that. And
Okay.
there is a point where the smoke just stops midair, and you're a bit confused, and as you look around, you notice that the shadows of one of the trees is a bit, like, darker than it normally is, a bit bigger, and from the sort of, like, blackness of the shadow, you see this awful, like, very long, almost cartoonish smile form out from it. And as it steps out into the light, you see this demon, a silhouette, white eyes, white teeth, wearing red black clothes adorned with red trimmings, various bits of paraphernalia. You see a few cards on his sort of embroidered onto his sleeve, and you see in his breast pocket there does appear to be a lump that is in the shape of like a deck. As he says, "Hey, kid, it's been a minute. What am I talking about? It's only been a week or two. How's it been?"
There's like a moment where they're like completely. I think by the time he starts talking, they're like in a defensive sort of stance.
Whoa, whoa, hold on there. I'm not here to hurt you, unless you do something stupid. Even then, I might find it funny enough to just leave you be. You ain't worth my time.
What?
Mhm.
What do you want?
He will reach into his breast pocket and pull out a few cards. Just kind of hold them in his hand, shuffle them a bit, and he'll say, "You ever heard of the gambler's fallacy?" I know, named after me you might think, but thing that's been around long before me.
He's about to say 99% of gamblers quit for the next big one.
They're gonna just shake their head slightly. It's very stiff.
It is a common belief. And he'll pull out a card resembling a man wearing a bizarre hat, similar to the card on your, what's it called? On your neck. On one hand, on the top half of the card, this silhouette of a man is tipping their hat. On the other one, they are wielding an axe in front of them, wreathed in flame. And they say, they like to dig themselves holes over and over again. They dig deeper and deeper. Bet after bet until they got nothing left. Some people, and then he'll pull out another card, that resembles another man. He looks, on one hand, he's holding a rapier. The sides of the card are wreathed in flame. The other hand, there's a sinister grin. And he says, sometimes people, they just can't stop winning. Or at the very least, they find themselves neutral. Better than losing, I say. And then, sometimes, pull out another card that resembles a darkish blue axolotl. One of them appears to be praying, the other one appears to be manic, screaming.
They're gonna pale. Let the color just drains from them.
Sometimes people keep going no matter what. I like to think they like the game. Sometimes they're annoying, persistent little bugs. Sometimes they're quite helpful, well-meaning. You know, it's interesting for you. I don't necessarily mind when people don't play my game. It's always their choice. In fact, in some situations, you can leave after the first draw. Problem with you, though, you already lost. So, I came here to say this. I like you. It took guts to draw from that thing, even if only 3 cards. Your soul, it's interesting. More unique among the ones that I've ever seen. Don't worry. I have a special spot reserved on it in my shelf in case, well, I'll take good care of it.
They look like really disgusted.
And then he pulls out a fourth card, and it's me going, hee hee.
Really quick.
Oh, one moment, it happened again.
Oh,
Hello. Oh, it's still a little laggy. That's weird.
that's not good.
I don't know what's happening with that.
I raised my hand.
Yes.
I
So
slapped it
Cass
down.
recognized the person in the first card because the Wraith and Flame really stands out to me, and I feel I might know who that is. But would Cass recognize the person?
Have Cass roll a history check. It's been a very long time.
Yeah, like 2 years, I think. Actually, yeah, it'll be 2 years quite soon, I think.
Wow, smells good.
18. They look familiar. I don't think you know who they are, but you've seen them before.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It's not Benjamin Lascelles.
They don't know.
Why don't
See,
you
that's
know?
who I think it is, but you know.
Why don't you fucking know, man?
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're gonna look like really just disgusted, really uncomfortable. They're like there's like a slight wrinkle to their nose as they're like glaring at him. But they don't say anything in response to that.
There's a brief pause as they begin to shuffle their deck. And they say, I've met many people. I've made many deals, many gambles. Most of them I win, but sometimes, every now and again, someone does come on top. And you can't see as they're shuffling the deck, there is a brief moment where the card on the top of the deck sticks out a little bit longer than it's supposed to. Knowing the gambler, you think it's probably purposeful. But you see a card that has no color to it. It's grayed out in its entirety, depicting somebody wielding a sword, ashes around the hilt, covering the blade. The other version, sprinkles in their hair, dizziness, and egg.
Ah, fuck's sake.
Sounds
God
unimportant.
damn it.
And they begin to shuffle more. They say, what I'm trying to say is this. I don't know what that sound is. I don't know if any of you can hear that, but every now and again there's like a little ding that plays, and I have no clue what's causing it.
Is it the music?
Maybe?
It could be the music.
I don't know. I'm gonna choose to ignore it.
Yeah.
Because I'm whispering now.
I'll say, what I'm trying to say is this. You're in a very tight spot right now. You could find someone to get your little soul back in your hands. And if you can do so, then by all means do it. Much harder than people think these days. Elsewise, you keep drawing. Of all the people I've met, each and every one of them, whether they like me, whether they win, whether they lose, they'll tell you one constant. I don't cheat. I never cheat. I'm certainly not gonna lie, well, most of the time. So,
I frown a wee bit more at that.
so I'll be honest. I do benefit from you drawing from that deck. There's a lot more I could get, but there's a lot more I'm willing to give as well. And I promise you, somewhere in there, maybe at the bottom of the deck, maybe as you draw that last card, another one that you missed, One that got tucked away beneath the cracks of your floorboards. One that might just hold the key to your salvation. Does that sound good to you? Salvation?
Like, Giz, like, falls from him for a moment. So out of character.
Mhm.
Like shorten that down for me really quick. Like out of character.
He's speaking in metaphors.
Right.
What he's saying is he benefits from you drawing from the deck, but you also benefit from
Yeah.
drawing from the deck, and that somehow, by drawing from the deck, you will achieve something to get your soul back, is what he's hinting at.
Right. Okay. You've already lied to me once. How can I be sure that you're not just saying that? So I draw from the deck.
Don't ping me with gay. Sorry, I'm getting pinged with gay.
I genuinely thought I started fucking. Like, when you said that, I was tripping.
Uh,
It was a real sentence like, in your mouth, I'm clipping that.
oh, please do.
Don't
The gambler said, "Don't ping me with gay."
What's really funny is that they absolutely heard the noise of like the boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo.
True.
Cass stares at you with her gay little eyes.
I
know what you are.
He'll say, Cassian, come on. Sure, I could lie to you. But the only reason I lie to someone is if I want something from them. And I'll be honest, I do want something from you. I already have one thing. That soul of yours. All it'll take is one wrong move and there you go. It's mine. Or, alternatively, maybe I want something else. I don't give out those dicks very often. They're quite the powerful thing, you know. So powerful, drawing from them can really do a number. I want
What do
you
you
to
want?
draw. I want you to draw. I care very little about how bad or good the deck affects you. I just need it to affect you in some way, or maybe those around you. They hold such power.
You're gonna look a lot angrier now.
It's fine if you're angry. The truth is this. Somehow you swipe that soul from under my nose. Get a god to do you a favor. Who knows? Maybe get all the Dashi on my ass. Maybe that'll help you, huh? Or you can keep playing. Plenty of riches in it for you. All I'm saying is this. At least with me, you got a chance.
What if I don't pull from it?
Then I guess you lose. House always wins, my friend.
except when it doesn't.
Speak up.
What'd you
Nothing.
say?
Nothing. I said, unless I said, except when it doesn't. It did win. It did win.
It did win.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think they'll say anything else. They just look troubled.
I know it's confusing. Life and death, greater than that. The afterlife and death lies in your hands. I do have a question, though. Did you even know you had a soul?
Cooked.
Oh my god, sorry. The jingling noise played as you said that.
Sam all along.
No, it isn't me. I don't think.
I don't know.
Absolutely, I'll do that. Coffee.
I thought that I was it, or and they're gonna just shake their head. They genuinely don't know. They were under the assumption that they were the soul, but they just don't seem to know anymore.
Well, looks like you got some, pun intended, soul searching to do.
They don't laugh.
Oh, come on. I thought you were a funny guy. I always hear you making those jokes. I think they're funny, if it means anything to you. Even if it just pisses
What do
you
you
off.
mean? What do you mean you hear them?
I
You
just
just look a
chuckle.
lot more unsettled.
The jingle keeps happening, and I don't know who's doing it. I don't know what's causing it. It's driving me insane. They'll just kind of chuckle. Oh, who could possibly know? I got eyes and ears everywhere, kid.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Leaving so soon?
I don't see what else you want from me.
Good. You can read a room at least. Feel free to go. Though, you look a bit hungry. He'll reach into his pocket. Pull out an egg. He'll just toss it at you.
Can I dodge it?
You don't want to grab it?
Nope.
Oh, is he not like firing it at me?
No, he's just like throwing
No,
it. Like he's just like tossing it at you for you to catch.
Okay. Yeah, I catch it.
You just kind of like catch it, fumble in your hands, probably really confused.
Yeah.
And he'll say, "Good. Tired of looking at that fucking thing."
Yeah, that's fucking right, bitch.
They just look
Bitch.
confused.
That's fucking right, fuck ass smiley demon bitch.
Bitch.
Did Shasta give it to him? Was that something that Shasta did?
I'll tell you later.
After that, he'll tilt his hat a bit and chuckle, and begin to back up into the shadow. And as his body, I'm gonna kill that fucking jingle with my bare hands. As his body begins to move into the shadow and dissipate into his silhouette, you still see his eyes and his mouth for a moment, and he says, "Remember, Cassian, at least you got a chance with me." Before he disappears.
I've had enough of this dude.
Man, get your
Man, Joe. Yeah.
I
want them to- I think they're like their breathing is gonna be a bit erratic. They're gonna like be trying to calm themselves down, but while they're doing that, I want them to inspect the egg. Is it just like a normal fucking egg?
Is it a turtle
Turtle egg. Yeah, is it a turtle egg?
Make a nature check.
Oh god. We're never gonna know.
Ooh, minus uno, -1. Fuck me.
Oh.
Never gonna know.
It definitely. What did you get? Hold on. 6. It definitely doesn't look like a
Six.
bird egg. I'll give you that much. It doesn't look like
Alright.
like a simple bird egg, like a chicken or something like that.
Okay.
I
Alrighty.
think as Cassian is like, calming themselves down, deep breathing.
Yeah.
Craggletooth is going to approach, kind of probably on a tree branch about a little above eye level behind Cassian, and she'll just like start talking, I guess, with the intent to kind of like scare Cassian a little bit, but kind of like a you're scaring it, and then it's like like after you get scared, it's like okay, maybe I could relax a little bit afterward, kind of like a joking manner.
Jingle.
Just say
Okay, I get you.
that was
Dare you to say it. Sorry.
creepy.
They like
You can-
flinch back and just like snap their head around to look at Craggletooth. There's like
you
a
can read a
breath
room.
of like,
Yeah, Steven's gullible in this
Not a
song.
shout.
That's so funny.
but like a gasp, and then they're gonna just like pause.
She's just sitting there nonchalantly, watching them jump.
They're gonna like look to where the gambler had left, and then look back to Craggletooth with a sort of like questioning expression. Like open their mouth to talk, and then they just close it.
I thought you'd sneak out, in case you were wondering. So,
They're gonna they nod a wee bit. Did you hear or see that?
didn't see what was on his cards, but I did hear what he was saying.
Alright.
What you thinking?
They're gonna shrug a wee bit. There's a lot. There's a lot in my head right now. I don't know. And like look to the egg that the gambler fucking gave them.
Craggletooth's gaze will also kind of fall, and she'll get a really confused look on her face. Can I roll nature to see if I know what type of egg it is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Please.
14. Is that high enough? Where did you live? You lived in Sedal. No,
Yeah.
that's not high enough. You can also rule out, bird egg. I think I'll give you like the broader spectrum of like any bird. Like this doesn't look big enough to be an ostrich egg. Certainly doesn't look. It certainly is too big to be like a chicken egg or something like that.
And it's not another frost salamander.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not another frost salamander. That's true.
That would be fucked.
I
Weird
probably
egg.
only need to deal with one.
Don't fucking know why he gave me this. I don't get it. The cryptic shit like that, and then he just threw an egg at me?
I mean, the egg might just be to mess with you. It's what I would do if I were trying to mess with you. Cryptic egg has meaning when in reality it's just like crass or something.
I knew you were gonna write that, Sam. I heard you typing, and I was like, I know what you're doing.
Oh, you
might,
beat me types.
one might
Oh, you hear me
say I
type
was
crash.
being hypercryptic.
The gambler looks
Like,
directly at the
run!
camera.
And then the credits roll. That's how the webcomic ends.
I'm so happy that the gambler said my brand. My god.
True.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. they're gonna just like shake their head a bit. I think I just need time to think about that. I don't even know where to begin unpacking that shit.
Well, I'd offer advice, but I don't have any, so I won't offer any advice.
they're gonna snort a wee bit.
Okay, good. The
Wait, look up
intended
the
effect
Craggle.
happened.
Look up. Like glance up the Craggle for a moment. Look back at the egg. They're just genuinely so confused by it, and then I think they're gonna like rub their face. I think I want to go back to the caravan now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just she kind of glances back to where it was, because I'm sure it's been moving, but it probably hasn't gone too far. I assume
Oh yeah.
it's over there, not too
Gonna
far away.
nod. Right. Okay. I'm gonna like hold the egg. They're like half tempted to drop it, but just in case it's another like trick or some stupid shit, they're gonna like carry it and start jogging after the caravan.
Absolutely. And you'll get back.
Crackletooth will fall.
Maybe.
Do you want to do anything when you get back, or did you want me to move on to somebody else for now?
I need to like remember. So whenever like that started, you said that we were gonna backtrack a wee bit. So would that mean the cast could just like lift up the sketchbook, go look for biscuits, and then sit at the table, and then Amaya comes over?
Oh, perfect. That makes sense.
Yeah. They're gonna like just scoop up their sketchbook from the deck, and then they're gonna from this here,
From this
the porch, and then they're gonna like
from the back deck rather than the gambler
the
deck.
back deck. Yeah, exactly.
Everywhere I look, I think of him. Yeah. you
Yeah,
go
I
sit
think
down.
the egg's gonna actually just be like sat like there. Actually no, they're gonna have it like sitting in that chair there beside them, and they're just like writing, sketching in their book with like their head like in one of their hands.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I think it would be around that time that Amaya would show up. So I throw to anyone.
Absolutely. Anybody want to do anything for the rest of the day? Tanjara will continue her theory crafting. The scribe will as well, separate from Tanjara. But other than that, the caravan will continue to move. So let me know right now if you want to do anything. If not, we'll get to the first night. What would you like to do?
Give me more time with Scribe. I need to drop a bombshell on him.
Later that night, the scribe will be up front. I imagine, since you're right, I'll just close the door after you. There you go. Foylan will be walking alongside. Something. The image is faced to the right. You guys are going left.
Heading that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just in your minds, turn it upside down. Just turn it upside down.
Yeah, easy, but yeah. I was gonna swing back around.
Okay.
Say, okay, it's not really riddles this time. However, I want to pick your brain on something real quick.
Do?
So, Tanjara wants that mirror, and it has the dragon in it. Well, I think its name is Sorenklex or whatever.
Indeed.
Yes. And there was a mention of what the general had said when we went to go speak to him at Oren. He said that if anything was to happen to that mirror, if it was to, I guess, like, have its magical properties removed and the dragon freed, that the dragon would basically destroy the entire valley here, and would then go to Kilmarekova. So, Tenjara's here, looking for it. Presumably on orders Josiah. And, what's the one thing that connects the idea of Sorenklex getting out of Mirror to what Josiah wants to do?
Oh, they'll nod. Marikova. I suppose they could be one and the same, but something about that doesn't fit quite right. But if they are, let's say, hypothetically, and I'll motion for you to continue.
That's what I was thinking. It was that sort of a connection. I can't help but focus on that because it makes me think that maybe there is that sort of connectivity. I mentioned it, that it felt vaguely reminiscent, I guess. It felt familiar when I had the other amulet. And I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
They're certainly related in some way. One and the same, that seems like a leap. But not an unfathomable one.
Did she ever go by different names?
Lunanora?
Yes.
Sometimes, but I know all of those names. They don't show up quite often. A select few actually refer to Lunanora as St. Lucinia. They believe they are one and the same. They aren't.
And yeah, no, they aren't. Okay.
Though belief is power. Sometimes, even a person who doesn't want to be deified can be so under certain circumstances.
Maybe it could be then that this Marikova was maybe a follower. Something connected.
Perhaps.
Would it be enough to have an entire valley of people there?
Maybe. I suppose, picking up at what you are saying, if that is the reason why Tenjara wants it, then this would be... well... I'll say this. If Josiah felt that that was something that could be done, or felt that that was something worth his time, he would have just done it himself. There's no point in trying to make good relations with an entire valley of people if you know a dragon's going to kill all of them.
To be fair, it's not like he really tried to make good relations. They've been so pissed off at us for even being with her. It sabotages us in that sort of a way.
True, but a priest of Kaisen, priest of Anagros, if they wanted to destroy this village, they could. Whether it be through the dragon or elsewise, they would just break in. Or they would send the Chained Legion here in its entirety, or maybe they would call upon the power of Anagros to strike it down. Act of justice? Mercy, maybe?
I just can't think of a reason that they would Red Dragon, or is it the mirror that...
Maybe we are mistaking what aspect of the Red Dragon they need.
What do you mean by that?
Dragons are strong, but they're also ancient creatures. They live for incredibly long amounts of time. Dragons, especially one trapped in another plane of existence within a mirror, they don't die very easily. They've seen a lot. Metallic dragons especially, they like to watch and listen and wait and protect. This one is red, so it's a bit different, but perhaps they're not here for his power. Perhaps they're here for his knowledge. Maybe he's seen something that they need. Or maybe it's both. Or maybe it's neither. It could be a secret third thing.
Whatever it is, I don't really want them even remotely pulling a dragon out of that fucking...
Certainly not. it would be the end of a lot.
I've kind of made up my mind in that. It's going to come to pass that eventually we're going that she's going to stick to us like a bad smell. We're either going to have to convince her that it is a horrible idea, but she probably won't listen to us. Whatever obligation she thinks she might have to Josiah, or, well, and he makes like a chopping motion with his hand.
Maybe. I don't know. She seems troubled.
She does, but she seems to be bound by obligation, is the thing. She mentioned it in the discussion on the magic item that that Dacia had imposed. Obviously hasn't reached here, and even if it did, they clearly didn't give a shit. And she mentioned that they were non-compliant with it, but it looked more as though she felt obligated to say it, not as though she actually gave a shit. So it's less of a conviction, I guess, more of an obligation. So, I don't know, maybe she can be convinced, but it's difficult to convince someone to go against the word of one of Anagros' best friends, basically.
I kind of pause, thinking for a moment, staring off. I see. I would talk to her. Figure out what bugs her so. If it is out of obligation, understand why she feels obligated. I would like to understand why a priest of Kaisen has become a secretary.
It's not a bad idea. Yes, wanted to bounce that off you. See if you
No, I...
thoughts. You've been around for how long now?
Oh, 20,000 years.
Yeah, that's
Give or take.
like at least 20,000 years more. So like, well, at least 19,000. Sorry.
At least 2, I'd say.
At least 3.
Ooh, 3. I haven't seen 3 in a while.
3.
3.
But yeah, and he's gonna sort of just like gently shoulder bump the scribe with a smile.
He'll chuckle.
Say, yeah, no worries. I'll think about it. I'll think about how to talk to her. Don't know if she likes me just yet, but I like to think I might be able to persuade her.
I don't think she likes any of us. Maybe Mom.
Well,
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Mop and I can. Maybe. We'll figure it out. But yes. Thank you very much.
Of course, of course. It's almost night, by the way. I would get inside and start to rest.
Yes, no. Should probably do that. Yes, good night.
Good night.
Does he say it like that?
Yes.
Good night.
And he's gonna like double back and be like, "It's nighttime, Mop. Do you need help with like dinner or anything?"
Oh goodness, I forgot.
Tenjara will look at you and like, but you're like covered in like pencil lead, and like there's like eraser shavings all over the floor, paper strewn about this corner of the room, and she says, "Oh goodness, yes, I'm starving. I didn't even notice. Well, your cooking is quite nice, Mop, if you want me to continue working."
Oh, of course. I'll get on there right away. I'll make a lot of something. I don't even know where to start.
I think when you get in here, I will have, when you turn the corner, you will see Argyle over here, and there's already a pot on the stove, and what's it called? Various spices that have been laid out on the counter, and like a slab of meat that was in the fridge.
How did you carry all that?
They do a so-so motion with their hand.
Okay. And Mop will start fucking slapping together some, just some regular old beef stew.
Absolutely. And you'll make beef stew. Anyone else want to do anything before you guys go to bed for the night?
No.
I think after hopping back with Cassian, I think Cruckletooth will just kind of spend the rest of the day, like, practicing with aiming, but more so trying to see if she can, like, get to hear the voice again. And if she's able to, she's going to, like, try asking it questions and seeing if it responds faster than just a, like, quick thing.
Make an Arcana check.
Here and there. Oh.
No. I think you try and call on it, and I think, like, I don't even think you get anything. Like, even if you use before your long rest, like, all of your little magic stuff that you summon beforehand, nothing comes up.
Mm-hmm. That's so annoying and so sorcerer core of her. Anyway, that was it.
In that case, Mop will cook dinner. It will be wonderful. You will consume it. It is nice and warm. It's entering spring. This is a very cold area, so it's nice. And eventually all of you will drift off to sleep. Do all of you go to your beds? Or do any of you stay outside of that room?
I am going to... Phelan would have mentioned to Kovok that Tenjara has been slipping out, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have Kovok sleep on the couch.
Gotcha.
And by sleep, I mean, you know,
Sure.
kind of pretend to.
Mop has kind of neglected the shack a little bit lately, so Mop will stay up a little bit late. You know, putting away dishes, and giving everything a nice sort of polish.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think Amaya probably had a book or something when she was with Biscuits, and then probably just falls asleep at the table.
Funny. Biscuits will also curl up in a ball, and fall asleep with her head on your forearm.
Oh. I think once Cass is gonna go to bed. I'm so sorry.
No, I thought you were asleep.
No!
I think Traggletooth will grab a blanket from inside, but I think tonight she's gonna like kind of sleep out under the stars, just kind of watching him go through on the roof of the caravan.
Gotcha. Bounce between a few of you then. Kovok, whether you sleep or not, I imagine you do your long rest.
Yeah.
Phelan will never wake. If you do sleep, Phelan will never wake you up, and to your knowledge, Tenjara doesn't leave.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he'll actually kind of intentionally stay awake a little longer than he normally would, but he wouldn't be, like, obvious about the fact that he's awake. He wouldn't be, like, sat up with eyes open or anything. He'd just be laying there, eyes closed.
Yeah. When morning comes, roll an insight check. Don't worry, I'm not skipping you 4. I'm just... we're gonna go back and forth a bit.
Roll it right now, or...
Yeah, roll insight for me. I don't have to go through this quite quick. We're nearing the end. 7. Oh, 10. Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
Well, this wouldn't be your last luck point because it's the beginning of a new day. This would be your first.
True, okay. I'll use that then.
22.
Oh, I saw that one.
There's maybe one point in the night by... Let's see if you get a good luck check. Yeah, that's pretty good. One point in the night when you are awake, you happen to notice Tenjara sneaking a very subtle glance at you. You think that she is aware that you were there, and is probably the reason why she didn't leave. Though, admittedly, you do know that if that is what's happened, she's made a pretty good opportunity of it, because she's been working all night. The amount that she slept was very, very little.
I see.
I'm actually going to have her roll an
I see.
insight check as well for something else. Interesting. Can you roll deception for me? I know you're not actually deceiving, but this would be the contest I would do for it. Okay.
I'm gonna use another luck point. I can't be fucked right now.
You're gonna use another one?
I can't. No, I can't be fucked to do that. So I'm just not going.
It's like a weird stalemate situation of, you know that she's not leaving because you're there, and she knows that you know that.
That's so funny.
But yeah, go ahead and mark 1 luck point for the new day.
Yes, I've done that.
There is a brief moment where Tenjara does sleep a bit earlier in the night. She just wakes up before everybody else. Mop, as you're kind of tidying up, everyone else is well and good asleep except for you, and you will walk by the room that Tenjara is sleeping in. She's like kind of curled up on the carpet, and you'll notice how messy everything is over here, and how much work is being like sort of done. It seems frantic, but still well focused, and actually it's not just chaotic, it has meaning behind it. But I think you just recognize how much work is being done right there.
Let's see. And is Tenjara just curled up on the carpet?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Mop's gonna go over to her bed, grab a pillow and maybe like an extra blanket somewhere. We'll just bring it over to her.
Absolutely. You just do that. I don't think anybody's gonna try and stop you. I thought you were gonna try and drag the bed again, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, I tried it. No, it would be funny. And Mop will just kind of have a little bit of a glance at the work being done.
Absolutely. It seems to be, it's everything that you talked about. Reflections, purpose, the mirror. Nothing super crazy, but roll investigation. Maybe there's something hidden beneath all this.
Maybe it's like that moment in Megamind, right? Where she walks backwards and she sees Titan.
Oh my god.
What am I rolling?
Investigation.
Right, okay. Bah. Yeah!
Nice.
Yippee.
Beneath a bit of the piles of papers, you see something. It catches your eye. A small drawing. Curiosity strikes you. You move a couple pages aside, making sure not to, break anything. But you see a small little paper. It has the drawing of a ship on it. It's two-dimensional. It's very simple, rudimentary. Literally just like half of a circle, a line, and a triangle. There's a small line for the ocean alongside of it. Maybe a couple little spikes where the waves would be. Some upside down W's, or I guess that would just be M's, huh? In the air, mimicking birds. A few stars litter the top of the page, pointed 4-pronged ones. Strong seems very old.
Oh,
The paper is well worn, edges slightly torn. You tell it's gotten wet in the past. It's had to dry. Some of the tools used to draw it are runny, but holding together nicely. So it's been neatly folded many times over.
Mop will just put a little hand on it. Just kind of wonder who it belonged to.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Mop will skedaddle on out, leave Tendra to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
pillow and blanket and all,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll give her Argyle to cuddle with.
Okay. When morning comes, most of you will be woken up by a very startled yelp from the piano room as Tenjara wakes up with an opossum in her hands. And she'll realize it's Argyle and not make any more of a fuss.
It's the work.
You're like, oh! Oh.
The Bob's Burgers, yo.
Oh my god. I love
Not Bob's Burgers, fuck
Oh my
me.
God.
I love Bob's. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't remember what it was called.
I'm good. Crackletooth. You'll rest. You'll go to sleep. Can you roll me a D100? I believe we're looking for a high number here.
Oh, what do you mean?
It's,
That was a middle number.
it's a middle number.
What do you mean?
There is... You have normal dreams for the most part. Nothing crazy happens in there. You're not one for anything, you know. You're not the premonition type. That's not what this was. You have whatever dreams Craggletooth considers normal. But there is a moment near the end of it where let's say you're just having a dream. What is happening in your dream, actually? Can you describe it for me? Doesn't need to be crazy. It could be simple.
Typically, what's probably happening is she's back in either a cave or one of their camps with her family. And it's kind of just like a normal day, maybe bickering with siblings or fighting with someone, like sparring with someone. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. That is what is happening then. You are just sort of talking back and forth with your family. Some of your siblings come in roughhousing with one another. Your parents are talking to you. Maybe about 3/4 of the way through, you realize that you can understand what they're saying, but you can't actually hear them. And you immediately are like, oh, this is a dream. This is a dream. Especially when you see Crack Knuckles and Gutterdarm.
Those are some good fucking names.
I love the names that have been given to me. You don't understand. They're so good.
Sometimes I have good ideas.
And as you realize it's a dream, but it doesn't mean you don't enjoy it. You go with the rest of it. Your family's talking. You see your sister Nailbiter is sitting at the dinner table with you. The day's about to end. You know the dream's about to end. And as you're talking with her, you see behind her somebody else. You focus a bit, trying to understand who it is, and it's her again. And she's staring at you in the corner of the room. She's missing a ring finger.
Mm.
And when you
I
look at
think-
her... Oh, please.
Just it. I don't know if this will work, but what will probably happen is as soon as she knows she's in a dream, and she knows it's probably going to be ending soon. But as soon as she sees like, quote unquote, present Nailbiter, she's going to like get up and start moving towards her.
You'll move towards her, and her eyes will follow you, but she won't move at all. And do you get up like right next to her?
She'll probably stop a couple feet away.
Mm-hmm. She'll say something, but you can't hear it. Her mouth will move, and you can't understand it. She'll put a hand in her own pocket and pull it out with her fist clenched. Seemingly something inside, but you can't see it. I'll say to see if she can try and read lips. Can Craggletooth make me a perception check?
Yes. Oh.
Not in this case. She mouths something, and on her face you see a deep somber smile, and then you wake up. And when you wake up to a yelp in the other room, typing, you
So,
you feel your hand clutched around something. And when you open your palm, you see the crystal.
Oh. That's normal. She's gonna probably stay up on the roof for a while, kind of contemplating and rubbing her fingers over the crystal. Probably until people start calling for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
There's no breakfast.
And then...
what?
Funny. And then we will go over to Cassian.
Oh, hello.
Cassian, it's the middle of the night. You feel something moving in the room with you. You open your eyes instinctively, and you see something in the corner. A shadow. There's light.
Which corner?
This corner.
Okay.
The other corner of the room, opposite of you, sitting where Kovak usually sleeps. There's light pouring in from over here, silver light, which only creates a darker shadow engulfing the figure. It looms, it is large, it barely fits in this room, sitting atop this bed. Its eyes, a silvery bluish white, their mouth closed. They appear to have fur, matted, unkempt. They stare at you, and once they see that you've opened your eyes and you look around, you don't see Mop in her bed. You don't see anyone in their bed.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, we're all dead.
And it will say,
Your inaction is tiring.
Gonna like sit more upright. At first I assumed it was Kovak, and they like looked at it more closely. As close as they can.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have like a foot on the floor, in case they need to jump. And they're sort of just staring.
Mm-hmm.
They'll like tilt their heads slightly. Just confused.
In that confusion, there will be a slight vibration in the room as it emits a very guttural sound. And it will say,
"Your confusion is tiring. What do you plan to do? You want to protect them. If you do not act, you will die. And they will die. If you do act, you could die, and they could die. So what will you do?"
I think they're gonna like slowly get up. I think they can like recognize what it is by now, right?
that's up to you.
Yeah. They're gonna like get up, pace, just like move over to like there maybe. They're not breaking eye contact.
Its head will follow you in the shadows.
Like ball their hands up into fists at their sides, shaking slightly. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be there.
They will tilt their head for a moment as you begin to speak. They'll tilt it back, upright themselves slightly, trying to make themselves look a bit more regal than they are.
"I have seen many of my kind come and go, but never have I seen them grow tired. I am tired. I have been around for a long time. I have known these people for a very small amount of it. I have considered killing them every now and again. You believe at some point you've mastered me, but I'm here to tell you you're wrong. My time grows close. I would be scared if I were you."
What the Sigma?
There's a reason that you're not at the forefront. If you're who I think you are, I've kept you back this long.
Death cannot
Really?
hold me. I could have killed that shadow. Yet you choose inaction. You are tiresome.
I think they're gonna like try and like against their better judgment. I think it's because they want to be sure that it is what they're thinking it is. They're gonna like just take a few steps closer to try and like see if they can just clearly see what it is.
When you take a step forward, it will reel slightly and arch itself, and you will see in the dark glowing rows of teeth pulling back farther than a normal face should, all the way back to just before its ears. And
Yeah,
you
they're
see...
gonna like just immediately stop.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see?
No, you stopped.
Ah, okay. They're gonna take like another they're gonna stop for a moment and then just take another small step closer.
You'll see 2 more eyes open on its head. Then 2 more, then another. Multiple pairs growing more and more. As it speaks, I am patient. I have waited many, many, many years. I have put up with your pitiful familiarity for far too long. What will you do? Because if you do nothing, I will do something.
I'm gonna take a small step back. If you're who I think you are, I'm not letting you hurt people. Not again.
They will chuckle and growl beneath their breath. Oh, but I think you're wrong. I am more than what you know. I have changed over the years. You have not seen me. It has been slow but steady. All it took was a catalyst, and I am here. Understand me, Cassian. You are a burden. A leech that must be removed. I can protect them, and you can disappear. But know this. I am not what you think I am. To you, I don't even think you knew I existed until recently. And let me tell you this. More than anyone that's ever hurt your family, your friends, those people that reside in their towers and look down upon you with disdain. Oh, I hate them. But more than any of them, I hate you the most. And they will begin to sort of shrink down slightly, their body raising their back. Their paws will move forward slightly into the light. 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. More behind, eyes opening up all across the side of its body. A large wolf-like creature, but much more than a normal wolf. Teeth extending all the way to its ear, multiple rows when it opens its mouth, a black abyss inside. And then it will pounce on you. And then you will wake up.
What the dog doing?
Holy
What is the
fuck.
dog doing?
Someone let the dog out.
And
What the dog doing?
I think next session we will get to Amaya,
What?
if she had a dream or not.
What?
Because it's 420 and
The weed number.
it
Let's
is the
go.
week number. But yeah,
Yes.
thank you guys very much for coming along. The session
Thank
went
you, chat.
very well.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat.
You guys are progressing quite
Thank you,
nicely.
chat.
I have a feeling, it's just a random thought, that by the end of summer, there's going to be a very good, I say stopping point, not in the sense that something will stop, like we're going to keep going no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's the end of the campaign, but I think it'll be a nice end of a chapter by coincidence.
Oh yeah.
Dang. Okay, that's good to know. That means we're doing well. I think.
Yeah.
Question mark. Yay.
And we all slow turn at dust, meaning what the fuck does that mean, buddy?
And then I
Yeah,
grab
it's a
this.
slow turn.
Yeah.
The Roblox slow turn gif.
Yeah, literally.
Let me tell you all about that egg there, Cass.